and welcome to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Shaaz Peerani.
And I'm Seth Carpenter. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Athletics.
The Trojan soccer team was in action last Thursday against Jacksonville State as the Trojans look to continue their undefeated streak. The Troy soccer team continued its undefeated start as they survived against Jacksonville State 2-1 last night. A momentum boost came from sophomore Nilo Astiga when she came off the bench with 9 minutes left in the first half to score and put the Trojans up early 1-0. Head coach Jed O'Connor talks about how depth is a key for his team.
It's huge, and it's one of the big things that we've been trying to get. I mean, I think until players come out and try and run 90 minutes last Friday it was 96 degrees and then we played 2 days later. Having a bench is a vital part, and we're still missing three pieces that we feel are key. The depth that the bench is showing is fantastic.
Winning is the main goal for the Trojans as they head to Auburn this Sunday. However, Coach O'Connor has other goals and improvements in mind that need to be worked on.
We need to work harder and we need to play better. I think you're going to find from this 90-minute game, the total distance that we ran over the game was way less than what it's been in the past. We lost challenges, we lost 50-50s. We have to perform better if we're going to compete with a team as good as Auburn.
The Trojans look to continue this historic undefeated start as they face off against Auburn University on Sunday at 6 p.m. in Auburn. And after the game on Thursday, the Trojan soccer team saw their undefeated streak come to an end this weekend. Troy had gone 5 games without a loss until they made their trip to Auburn University on Sunday evening. The Troy soccer team would drop their first game of the season to in-state foe Auburn University as they were down 0-3. The Trojans started off slow, but head coach Jed O'Connor says the team continued to improve as the game went along, especially in the second half.
You saw in the first, 10 minutes we gave away 2. That was it. And then we had a chat at half-time, and I was so proud of them in the second half. It was another game in which we've learned a different way. They should be fully proud of the performance that we gave in the second half. We conceded less shots. They worked way harder. We connected more ball. I mean, it was a performance that we can absolutely grow on.
Even though the Trojans took their first loss of the season, these sorts of tough losses helps the team prepare for different types of opponents they see throughout the season.
I mean, do you want to play this every single week? No. I mean, we had a lot less of the ball, and you could do less when you got less of the ball. We could easily work on defensive shape, which was fantastic. But it's a great example for the players to see levels. That's what we constantly aspire to do. We weren't at the level in the first half, but like I've told the players already, I was thoroughly proud of the way they performed in the second. I'm not walking away happy, but I'm walking away content that we have something we can continue building on.
The Trojans look to bounce back as they head off on their first long road trip of the season, as they first head to Baton Rouge, Louisiana to face off against Southern University on Friday. Then the team drives back to Jacksonville, Florida to face off against Jacksonville University on Sunday.
As Veterans Memorial Stadium lay dormant this past weekend, Trojan Arena was alive and well as the Trojan volleyball team entered the weekend at 2-1, hoping to make some noise for their first homestand. Stuart Bradley has the action.
Time to bust out the brooms, because this weekend was a clean sweep for the Trojans. The Trojan volleyball team entered the final match of the Troy Invitational against the Jacksonville Dolphins, looking to end their first homestand on a high note. After defeating both Chattanooga and Murray State cleanly in 3 sets each, the Trojans completed the sweep once again in 3 sets.
I don't know the last time, not since I've been here, we're going 3-0 at home. So, this is the first time in a long time where we've had a clean sweep across the board. Tournament win, so we got great play from a lot of players this weekend, so really proud of our team.
The Trojans were down early in the first set before rallying off 6 straight points, eventually winning the set 25-17. The Dolphins slowly began to mount a comeback in the second set before ultimately falling short 25-21. The third set found the Trojans down 2 points before finishing the set on an 11-4 run, notching a 3-0 victory.
I thought our effort was pretty high today. We had a little bit of a lull, and I challenged them, and we stepped up. After the first set today, I told them, I was like, hey, our defensive effort needs to go up. We came back, we doubled our digs for that next set. So all in all, I thought that our effort was very high all weekend.
Junior Cheyenne Hayes led the Trojans in kills against Jacksonville with 12 and totaled 43 for the whole tournament, leaving her just 1 kill shy of 100 on the season. Sophomore Houston Hillier recorded 4 blocks in the match while also recording 9.5 points. Sophomore Amara Anderson also recorded 33 assists in the match, while sophomore Lacey Jeffcoat recorded 13 digs. The Trojans are off to their first 5-1 start since 2014. Stuart Bradley, Trojan Sports Now.
On top of being on the all-tournament team, Amara Anderson also earned Sunbelt Setter of the Week honors for the second week in a row. Shaaz Peerani will talk to her later on in the show.
The Troy men's golf team took out on a full assault on the record book at the season opening at Sam Hall Intercollegiate, which concluded play at the Hattiesburg Country Club. Troy established new benchmarks for individual and team rounds en route to a tie for second in the event. Connor Futrell, Will McFadden, and Jake Tiffin finished 3rd, 4th, and 5th respectively for the Trojans, who finished 23 under par for the tournament. Troy's 829 overall score set a school record by 11 shots, and the 23 strokes under par established a new record by 6 shots. Futrell and McFadden both entered their names in the record book after each carded a 7 under 64. Futrell scored it in the opening round, while McFadden did it in the 3rd. Additionally, Troy's 271 team tally in round 3 goes down as the second best round in school history, and his 273 in Monday's opening round is the 4th best.
And the Troy men's and women's cross-country teams both brought home second place at the Azalea City Classic at the Brookley Field Golf Course Friday evening. The women earned their second consecutive second-place finish, tallying 54 points, and Michaela Ashley paced the Trojans with an 8th-place finish, and freshman Summer Williams came in just behind her in 9th place. On the men's side, senior Bradley Ditson led the way for the Trojans, again with a 5th-place finish. Silas Franklin, Blake Vaughn, and James Brake took 8th, 9th, and 10th place respectively to give the Trojans 4 top 10 finishes overall. The men tallied 44 points, earning a 2nd-place finish in the 5-team field. And still to come on Trojan Sports Now, we'll have a preview of the Trojan football team's matchup against Southern Miss.
But first, I got to sit down with sophomore setter Amara Anderson from the Troy volleyball team. Stick around for more Trojan Sports Now.